Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at our market leading stocks via our proprietary scans for Tuesday, March 18th, 2014. We're a little bit biased to the sell side here, but not super decisively so. You can see that in the NASDAQ patch here we do have a few more sell indications than buy indications. Don't have any downside CPS conditions, which is kind of a shame, but we do have a couple upsides. We have an upside condition in Biogen and also CLAC that are that strong CPS variety. Biogen also has an open-close deviation and a pretty big candle on the chart today. Sina is posting a contra candle. It's up on the day, but well below the day's open. It's 3% below the day's open. So this is actually going to be a distribution candle even after the big gap up this morning, and this one's on increased volume. Taking a look at the financials, a little bit to the sell side here. Just a few contra candles popping up here. We've got one in Morgan Stanley, one in MetLife, and also Huntington Bancorp. No real notable deviations here. And the one thing that should be sticking out, though, is that we're fairly light on volume here in a lot of these names. USB and Visa might not even trade half of their typical volume today. Moving on to the energy names, again, a little bit biased to the sell side. We do have a deviation here in Arch Coal. That one's got an RPS signal to go with it. Schlumberger's got a volume deviation, but right now it doesn't have any signal associated with it. Moving on to the generals, this one's a little bit more paired off. VMware is sending up an RPS signal to the downside here since it's pulled off the high. Still pretty strong today, nicely above the VWAP and the open on increased volume, but it's putting up a pretty decent tail. So tomorrow might be traders short, so keep an eye on that. General Electric is also trading some pretty good volume and looks like it's going to qualify for a volume deviation to the upside. As far as housing names go, they're pretty quiet. We've got one contra candle in Home Depot. A lot of the names aren't doing too much. Low volume. Hovnanian's still really weak. 1% below the day's open and 2% below the day's 2% below the day's open and 1% below the VWAP. FedEx has an upside RPS, and that's on some pretty good volume. Fairly narrow range day so far, but that one will warrant some extra attention for tomorrow. As far as the commodities go, a little sloppy here. You can see all these contra candles setting up. ACH is conflicted. This will straighten itself out before the close, but Mosaic, Potash, and U.S. Steel all look to post downside contra candles for tomorrow. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.